workers I've ever seen in my life. He is really out there traveling the world, traveling and personally sharing his wisdom of how he created abundance for himself in the Airbnb strategy. So I want to welcome everybody into the meeting. I want to thank you for being here. You're going to be learning a lot of strategies tonight. You're going to be learning how to get more involved in the future. And without further ado, I introduce to you Dr. Chow. What's the good word tonight, Dr. C?
Hey everybody, how you guys doing?
Oh, I want to hear some. Take those mic mute buttons off. And how you doing? Let's hear it.
Hey. Beautiful
right.
faces, yes. Hi, Donnie and
How are you?
Lady. iPhone. Yeah, you can rename yourself. I'd love to know what's your name so we can have a more of an interaction today. And
yes, you can right click on that iPhone and change your name. It's very easy to do, so we can know who you are. And we want to know where you're from. Let's Donnie, where are you from in the world? Put in the chat where you're from. Chris, Michelina, Homes for Second Chances. Let's see where everybody in the chat. And obviously, if you do come on camera, you're going to have more fun. And I'm going to be keeping track of your participation and your engagement. And I do keep score. And you get bragging rights for being the most engaged participant. And who knows, maybe even a few other surprises. Oh, we got Octavia is from Indianapolis. Did I say that right? Or is it Octavia? That's probably right. Michelina's from Sarasota. Was there,
right.
That's a beautiful area. I used to go to Sarasota a lot. That's pretty. Chris Waters is from Long Island, New York. That's where my roommate was from, Massapequa. Kenya Josephs. Hello, everyone. Pui is from Utah. Pui, come on camera. Because I want to see your face, because that's a cool place. Andrew's from New York. Aileen's from Utah. Anthony's from North Carolina. What city in North Carolina? Is it Raleigh? Because I'm going to Raleigh. Alan is from San Jose. Now that's a nice town. Oof, I'm jealous. EK is from Louisiana. Anthony is from Raleigh. Cool. You know Pete Rivera by any chance? He works with Revel Nation. EK's from LA. And okay, I'll have to connect you. So now tell us, what field are you in? What's your business? Do you have any background in real estate? What are you currently doing? Tell us a little bit about what you do professionally so we can get, and also during this presentation, feel free to ask questions and I will then, at the right time, convey your questions to Dr. Chow. Octavia, social work. Wow, that's a great field. Alan is an engineer. Precious Galaxies into health and safety. Donnie's real estate mortgage. Nice. Kenya's, oh wow, going fast. Trevor, COO. COO of what? COO of, tell me more. Kent, leadership coaching. Ooh, what's your number one law of leadership? Anthony Bowser's in education. We got a very diversified group here. We got a lot of smart people in this room today. So I'm looking forward to hearing amazing questions from you. What's on tap? Oh, a couple of businesses. That's great.
All right, guys, let's get going. So I know your time is super valuable. I'm super grateful for you guys. Everybody's here. And I will do everything in my power to make it worth your while, okay? So my goal for this training is to show you how to make multiple six-figure income throughout the whole Airbnb corporate housing business that nobody else is teaching out there, guarantee, because I am the only one, the authority in this. It's a very small niche circle with the corporate housing. Everybody else teaching Airbnb vacation, but I tell you the secret to financial freedom is corporate housing, right? I show you exactly how you can build a profitable business with corporate housing today. And I will review you some simple secrets that allow me to travel around the world and enjoy the time with my loved one. Right. So I want to share, can I share a little bit about my story, where I come from? So I'm actually a very humble beginning. I was from a third world country. We came over here. My mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister and I, and that's it, all four of us. We had to sleep on one tiny bedroom, right? I was to start over. So just imagine you and your family to start over with no English, only like one connection over here, and no like we don't know anybody. My mom and dad had to work at like manual labors, just to put food on the table. They had to work in the dry cleaners in South Carolina. So I know some people, some Carolinas in the house, right? So it's super hot in the summertime, right? In the South, with a 100 plus humidity. Now, if you imagine on top of that, we got the dry cleaner with the heat of the machine and the heat of the work atmosphere. So it's like 110 times more hot and more humid. So they had to work in that environment for 12 hours a day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week, just to put food on the table. So, and one day I saw my mom came home where she was cooking with one hand, right? Because I see tears in her eyes, and I was like, "Mom, are you okay?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm fine, son. It's okay, right?" But I know that it was not okay. She burned herself again, okay? Because in the dry cleaner, everywhere is hot. Every machine is hot. So burning and cutting themselves were very common. And that was the day that I determined that I would do whatever it takes to really take care of them and retire them one day and buy them that dream home. So we thought the way to achieve the American dream is to go to school, get a good grade, get a good job, become a doctor, lawyer, professional, right? How many here have been sold that dream? Okay. So that's exactly what we did for the next 8 to 10 years, to go to college. Actually, way before that, but I went to the whole school and then went to 8 years more of college. So earned my doctorate in pharmacy, and I thought I made it, right? I thought I made it. And within my first year, I became the Pharmacy of the Year award in our district with a Fortune 10 company. So I got the award, got the plaque, thought I made it. I was like, "Mom, I'm going to take care of you from now on forever. You don't have to worry about anything," right? The next thing I know is I was only making living paycheck to paycheck, even though I was making 6-figure income. Okay. Why? Because I had to work overtime to pay for my student loans, and the taxes were killing me because I didn't have a business, So if I don't have a business, taxes just killing me, right? I was so trapped. I would drive an hour to work, an hour home. Instead of getting more for the award, I getting more KPIs. I thought I getting a lot more money. They'll give me like a 2% raise, right? Which is nothing. Okay, it's not even keeping up with inflation. Okay, and then my tech, they cut my tech help a lot. And the KPIs is more strict, a lot more strict, because they know I can handle it, right? So it was like stress out, so I just felt so trapped, and it was frustrated. But now, how many in here has ever feel frustrated, but now before? Okay. So I climbed the ladder of success, basically, to know that it's leaning against the wrong wall. Okay. And that took all the sacrifice, everything that we had. So, and on top of that, my mom was diagnosed with cancer at the time too. So then I tried all kinds of businesses that you can imagine in order to get financial freedom, right? Because the American dream is the financial freedom. But I was in the American nightmare. I was driving an hour to work, an hour back, skipping lunches every day, no breaks, working like a slave, man. Literally, I felt like I was a corporate slave. Okay, how many here ever feel that before? Okay, I was like, this is BS. Okay, I didn't work this hard, came sacrifice everything for this. Okay, so then I tried like Amazon. How many here try Amazon, eBay, drop shipping, online, offline business? I've tried MOM before, right? Thought it was super easy. Next thing you know, like, no money, and it just keep losing money. Okay. So all the businesses I pretty much tried trading crypto, trading Forex. I made $1 million in crypto, lost $1 million the next month, one day, just boom, like that. Okay. So all those things, I was like, how am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Right. And I remember it was like yesterday, it was 3 a.m. and I was in the hospital with my mama, and she was about to go to brain surgery because the cancer metastasized, right? So, and I was like, all I could think about was how am I able to spend more time with her and take care of her the way that I promised her. But I had to go back to work, you see. So I was like, man, I couldn't even control my time at all. So anyway, I finally discovered the one vehicle that helped me to get absolute financial freedom. Right? Anybody here want to know what that vehicle is? Drop some hearts, some fireball in the chat, man. So this gave me the absolute financial freedom now. Okay, I was hanging out with basically multi-billionaires, yes, with a B, every single week now, and just living the life of my dream. Okay, so I want to, and that's why my mission is to share that with as many people as possible. So you see, the old model is when you change your time for money directly, and 1 hour of your life, you go an X amount of dollars, and someday maybe they tell us 50 years from now we can retire from that, right? So that's the old model, right? And who's really getting rich from this? I don't like, really, this is for the hedge fund, right? I see them riding helicopter, driving Ferrari, eating calamari, while we slaving away for 50 years, and hopefully one day we can actually enjoy it when we actually don't have the legs to actually travel. Like my mom and dad, when they worked so hard, they lied, but then once they can actually enjoy it, they had health issues that they couldn't really travel, right? That's not a life I want. Okay. So basically the best vehicle I found is Airbnb, corporate housing arbitrage. And that's what got me the financial freedom today, right? Hey, Nino, can you turn off the ding dong when somebody come in the room? Do you guys hear that? Because it's really,
Yeah.
it just keep on ding dong, somebody come in, somebody come out, keep ding dong all the time. So Nino is my assistant. Hopefully he can turn that off. Thank you. Okay, I'm not anything special, guys. I made a ton of mistakes as well. I didn't understand how to pick the right location, the right neighborhood, HOA when I first started, right? I didn't know how to make it profitable by working smart, not just working hard, right? How many here know people that work hard and still broke, right? So working hard is not a solution, guys. Working smart is, okay? So I didn't understand how to properly pitch the landlord manager to increase my units and scale my business either, okay? The hard way is definitely on your own, right? When I first started, I was too stubborn to looking for a proven source of passive income. I wanted to do everything myself. I felt completely lost trying to start it on my own. I thought I knew it all because I had the MBA as well. I didn't just get a doctorate in pharmacy, but I also had the Master of Business Administration. So I really thought I know what I was doing, but to my surprise, I didn't know what I didn't know, right? So I had no mentor, no support group, no help with all the stuff that you can become a mega host and be financially free. Okay. I actually lost thousands of hours and tens of thousands of dollars, actually hundreds of thousands of dollars in opportunity costs by closing down more than 10 Airbnbs, guys. So imagine opening it up and closing down, opening it up, closing down 10 times, right? Most people give up after 3. Okay. However, I was determined to make it. So I stuck with it. Okay. But I can save you. The good news is I can save you from all these nightmares. It took me years to figure out, right? So again, I was frustrated, burnt out, trapped. I was working 60+ hours a week because I was doing side hustle. I was lost, miserable, and rock bottom. But this is when I met somebody who gave me the epiphany. Is what if I could rent vacant homes and sublet on Airbnb and scale to freedom? That's the idea, right? Did you know that you can actually leverage other people's properties? You don't even have to own them, and you can make amazing, income from that. So write this down. You don't have to own anything. You just want to control everything. Okay. Question: does Airbnb own any properties? Put down in the chat. Does Airbnb own any properties? Right. Does Uber own any car? No, right? And yet they are the biggest hospitality, biggest, taxi company out there, right? So you don't have to own everything. You just want to control everything, okay? So anyway, when I scaled to 23 Airbnbs, this idea, why I love this idea, because you can scale very, very fast, right? You don't have to own. So we all know, that we can buy, if we buy 10, 20 homes, pay off, we live the rest of our life free. But the challenge is who got the cash to buy all 10 homes, talking about paying off, right? No, man. Versus here, you can just rent 10 homes very fast, right? We have students who rent 10 homes within months, okay? And with 10 homes these days, you're making 20K a month. For each home, you make 2K in passive income. How many would like to make like 20K a month or more within a few months, right? So that's what I did, and scale to freedom, right? So the new model is you create a scalable business where you do not directly exchange your time for money, guys. Take a picture, take a screenshot, write the stuff down. You want to earn money while you sleep, okay? And then you want to reinvest into your business for years, right? So I started out with one Airbnb, just like anybody, one corporate housing, and then I get the money for profit from that, do another one, and then I do like 2 at a time, then I do 2 at a time, then I do 3 at a time, right? So snowball that, reinvest into your business. And one day you wake up, you got 20 something Airbnb, now I have 30 plus Airbnbs, making multiple 6-figure income, more than any pharmacist make. And I barely working, only a few hours a week, because I know how to leverage, right? It's now leverage is your key to success. Leverage other people, property, time, energy, everything, okay? Make it a win-win for everybody. All right, and then you want to have multiple sources of income. Your income is in direct proportion to the value you provide to the marketplace, not your hard work or your personal value. We are all valuable in the sight of God, right? However, it's all about the value we bring to the marketplace. And if you know how to leverage to bring as much value as you can with multiple sources of income, that's how you're able to have the lifestyle of freedom, okay? So for example, when I was a pharmacist, how many sources of income did I have? One, right? If something happened to me when I was a pharmacist, what happened to my income? All gone, right? You really think the family gonna really the company really gonna take care of my family while I'm gone? No way, right? So now I have 30 something source of income. If 2 of the properties burn down right now as I speak to you, what happens to my income? It's only came down like 5%, okay? So I still have 95% of my income. Does that make sense, guys? Drop some heart, some fireball in the chat if that makes sense for you. Okay. So that's very important. You got to understand that. You got to have multiple sources of income in order for you to really have financial security and financial freedom. Okay. And the easiest way, the best way to get multiple sources of income is not starting another business. I made that mistake. I started a restaurant business while I was doing really well in this business. And I thought multiple source of income meaning starting multiple things. No. Multiple source of income backed by real estate is the safest way, correct? Everybody understand that? Real estate is the #1 way historically how all the people create their wealth or hold their wealth, right? So the more source of income you can create through real estate, just the more houses that you can have, the more secure you're going to have, right? Don't make the mistake I did. Like restaurant is a tough business, man. Tough business. I didn't make anything, lost like 4 years of my life. Okay. So this is the business right here. The best. So who is this for? If you are serious about creating long-term business the right way, automatic and scalable, okay? If you're a doer, not just a talker or a thinker, you're ready to invest into yourself and your business, and this is for you. And if you're not satisfied with the average normal life and you know you deserve more, how many here know you deserve more? Raise your hand. Okay. Yeah. And I want to applaud you because I know you deserve more, you know, otherwise you wouldn't be here tonight, right? So I want to give yourself a round of applause. Everybody pat yourself in the back, right? Give yourself a round of applause for being here, seriously. Because we need to love ourselves more, be our best cheerleader, and that's how you overcome a lot of the mindset. Success is all about mindset, right?
Absolutely. Take the mute buttons off. That was powerful. Come on, guys. Give Dr. C some love. I want to feel that energy coming from you guys. Come on. Let's give Dr. C some love because you know what? It's Thursday night. It's 8:30. And he is with us sharing his strategies of abundance. And we are so grateful for that, Dr. C. Thank you. Woo, woo.
Yeah.
All right. Who gave me that woo woo? Now you're making me happy. All right. Was that Donnie?
Right.
All right.
It wasn't me.
No. All right. You guys are making me proud now. Keep that love flowing. Keep going, Dr. C. We're on a roll.
All right. So have you always wanted to start a profitable business that give you almost passive income, right? Or maybe you struggle in the business or finance in the past. It's not your fault. I've been there, right? I started and failed about 7, 8 businesses before I found the business, the one that really gave me the financial freedom, okay? So I use sick and tired as being sick and tired. Who needs sick and tired being sick and tired, okay? Doing the same thing and not really get anywhere, right? And sometimes that's a good thing because that's when you want to change. And that's like, enough is enough, man. I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to take care of my mom. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get out of this trap, you know, corporate slave thing that I was in. And then, you know, to really take care of them. And today my mom is 12 years cancer survivor, cancer thriver. And I get to spend every day with her. If I want to, I took her to all the beaches of the world because of this business. Right? And that's why I built this whole Beyond B&B Secrets method system and also the mastermind for a reason, because I want to help a lot of people and I'm helping a lot of people. Okay. So I invested over $1 million into my mindset and my strategies, right? Because I was one mission, my life purpose, my true passion is to help people to get financial freedom and create a massive lasting change for you and your family. Okay. So my goal is to help 1 million families get financial freedom by 2027. Okay. Who in here would love to help be a part of that movement? How about 1 million families, not just 1 million? Yeah, I see you. Thanks for raising your hand. Yeah, Michelina. Yeah, Donnie. Yeah. And sorry I butchered your name, but Trevor. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's the goal, right? That's the vision. 1 million families, not just individual, because I want to break the generational curse. Okay. What is corporate housing arbitrage? Basically leveraging other people's property through subleasing and then lease those properties on other platforms outside of just Airbnb and VRBO. Right? We get direct bookings where you can keep most of all your profit and you don't have to share any of the profit with Airbnb and VRBO. Right? So this is not really active income. Active income when you trade time for money, right? You do not have to trade time, more time, trade your life to earn more. You simply have to initially just set it up and then it become almost passive, okay? It's very low investment of time and energy and very high cash flow. You want to look for asymmetrical risk to reward, right? That's the biggest thing I learned from Tony Robbins, the billionaire, okay? In any business, you want to look for asymmetrical risk to reward ratio, the lowest risk with the highest return of your time, money, and energy, okay? This is it. Why? Because you are leveraging. It's all about leverage. You're leveraging other people's property. You're leveraging other people's time by hiring all the people that will fix the property. You don't have to do anything. And then you're leveraging other people, you know, energy as well. So this is how successful people become wealthy. They let their money work for them. They build a team, right? And they treat them well. One of my secrets is I always overpay my people. I always get them well taken care of. Okay. Why? Because there's abundance, right? There's more to go around for everybody. And the more you take care of your people, the more they're going to take care of you. So it's all good. All right, I will come up with a fast method. Can I share with you a 4-step system I came up with that allowed me to become a multi-millionaire in my 30s and travel around the world and hang out with multi-billionaires now? Can I share with you that system for free? Okay. All right. F is to find the right location. A, to ask to sublease. S is to set up to stand out. T, to tap into the corporate housing. So how many of you know the number one rule of real estate? What's the number one rule of real estate? Drop in the chat.
Come on, guys. What's the number one rule?
Location, location.
All
All
right.
right, there you go. That's right. So have you heard that in order to find the right location, you got to do a ton of research, you got to get a ton of software, or you got to pay a crazy amount for a research firm or do some like studies on all this, right? What if I can tell you that you can find the right location within minutes? Took me years to figure out, but you literally, this secrets literally can allow you to find the right location within minutes. Would you like to know that? Okay. So I caused the 3 H's rule. Now we add a couple more H's into it, which I will reserve when you join our team. But the first 3 H's are, what are some H's you think? I give you a hint. The first one is highways.
Oh, Kent guessed hotels.
Awesome. Great job, Ken. Give him a hand. Okay.
Travis guessed hospitals.
Travis get hospital. Awesome. Great job. Yes. So
And Lucy
highway,
too.
hospitals and hotels. And where 2 big highway intersect, that's when you want to be. And out of these 4 corners, one of them, you're going to see a bunch of hospital and hotels, conglomerate surrounding that area. So just follow the big fish. Right? It's that follow the whales, and you get fed. Right? Follow the whales and you get fed. Why do we need to do more research when these people drop $100 million, okay, to build a hospital, to build a giant resort or whatever? Don't you think they done their research? They pay millions of dollars to do that, right? So just follow them. That's it, right? And I also have 2 more secrets, H's, but I'm going to reserve it just for our mastermind team, okay, for our mastermind. But all right, so the A, to ask to sublease. You want to leverage our corporate housing network of over actually 150, close to 200 members now. Yeah, actually 200 members now, actually very good. Yeah. So we'll combine 20 years of experience. Okay, we've done over 100 properties nationwide. We do it as a team. Okay, why? Because, hey, who want to go to war by yourself? Okay. If you want to go to war by yourself, don't invite us. Nobody's going to come. Okay. We're not dumb. And yet people do it all day long. Like, if I want to do it right, I'm going to do it myself. I got to do it myself. Right. It's funny how that works. Okay. So other people, they teach you how to pitch a landlord with Airbnb, right? It's like, hey, can I Airbnb your property? Hey, I saw some guy on YouTube. I know it's my first property, but I'm gonna make it work, man. I research this on the internet all the time. Okay. Is that how you gonna get a yes from the landlord who's gonna give you the property? I don't think so. Okay. So the way you do it right, how many here want to know the 7-figure script that generated me millions of dollars? I can give it to you right now. Okay. Put some fireballs, some heart in the chat, so I can give you the secrets right now. Okay. Or if you don't want it, then I can skip this. But this is really important to get somebody else properties, right?
Oh, Michelina's giving you some hearts. Trevor's giving you some stars. All right, I'm seeing some fire. You know, I like in the fire burning here to get the nuggets of information.
Awesome. All right. So the way you pitch is, hey, Mr. Landlord, we actually do corporate housing. We're part of the network, over 200 members. We've done over 100 properties nationwide, combined 20 years of experience. This is our website. Here's our partner website. And if your property qualifies for our expansion, one, we're gonna clean your property every few months, like it's our own. Secondly, any maintenance under $200, we're gonna cover. We're not even gonna call you in the middle of the night. And number three, we have corporate clients, so they're gonna take care of the property. We don't do vacation rental. This is corporate clients. They stay for months, right? They're gonna take care of the property. So with that being said, has any of the other tenants give you any of the above that I'm giving you? No way, right? No other tenants are giving them all the above, right? Except unless they're my students. Okay. So we are already head and shoulder above the competition. There's no competition. We're gonna take care of the property. We're gonna be the best tenants. You know, any mention under $200, we're gonna cover. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer, right? And then we can do multiple properties with them. Easy as that. So that's why our students are getting massive amount of properties, you know, as much as they want, right? And then we build a website, professional website, with all our members building their website, be a part of the network. So that way, you know, when we present it, it's so much more professional. And just, hey, can I even be your property? Right? That's what I mean by when you go to war, you want an army. Okay, that's why I build a mastermind. That's why I build a network. So it's a lot more powerful, right? So that's how you leverage in order to do that. And if I give you the ACE card too, the ACE is like if they hesitant for whatever reason, if they just don't get it and they want more or whatever, you can actually pay them above market rate by like a couple $100 a month, you know. I mean, who does that? All the tenants out there are negotiating rent, you know, trying to trash, like, not take care of the property, don't even pay any for maintenance, all of that, right? Where we come in as a fresh air and we're going to do all the above for them. So it's like, it's really a no-brainer. Our landlord love us, right? They give us more properties. Some landlord I have like 10 properties with now, okay? Anyway. Set up to stand out. How do you set up to stand out? Was that helpful for people? Right? You can just use that and you can get so many deals. So set up to stand out. How do you set up to stand out? You know, other people you buy or you know, rent the furniture on your own, but with us, we can show you the best deals. What are the best deals, right? And you can also get furniture rental discount. 20 to 50%. Okay. And then beyond that, there's like hundreds of different ways. Basically, the idea is how do you stand out? For example, like the ladies love chocolate and Starbucks gift card, right? So I would Amazon them a Starbucks gift card, Amazon them a chocolate, right? Love that. The guys just like, if you have a grill, some beer and some beef, they're happy. Okay. So maybe Amazon some of that, right? There's water in the fridge, right? Fiji water. I have a student do Fiji water in the fridge. Phenomenal. I love Fiji water. Okay. Maybe a bottle of wine. It doesn't cost much to do, but it will add that wow factor. It will show them that you actually care, right? And that's how you get the reviews. Okay. So that's hundreds of other ways, but we don't have time to go into that right now. I want to show you guys the next thing is to tap into corporate housing, because this is the way, the holy grail of financial freedom. Why? Because who got more money, guys? The individuals or the companies? Companies, right? Who are going to stay longer and take care of the property better? The vacationer who are going to throw frat parties, or the corporate clients who don't want to lose their job? And they're going to take care of the property, right? The corporate clients, okay? So who are these clients? For example, construction company, IT company, insurance companies, hospital, medical travel professional. There's a whole new generation of digital nomads where they work from home now. They're bouncing from cities to cities. They don't want to stay in one place. Millennials love that, right? So there's just the proud is the endless, like TV show, you know, TV show need houses for their shows. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many endless of opportunities. The way you get to these corporate clients is you would call the HR department, human resource department, and you tell them this is what we do. If you're in the area, you know, you can build your list up that way. That's the secret right there, right? So that's how you do it. If you do it yourself, it's gonna take you a while, of course, like 10 times longer. We do have our sources that would took us 7-8 years, myself and my partner 7 years to combine, like 14 years to find. And we can give you the sources, give you the connection, the contact, you know, if you're part of our mastermind. But that's up to you. Okay, so what are the formula? What is the formula for corporate housing arbitrage? I will take a screenshot of this, take a picture of this. It's very important. So your initial expenses is nothing more than just first month rent plus first month deposit. Then you can either buy the furniture or rent the furniture, right? And then what do you charge for the corporate client? You charge 2 times the rent plus utilities. For example, if the rent where you are at, let's say $2,500 a month for a single family home. So your initial expense would be $2,500 for the rent plus $2,500 for the deposit, right? So that's $5,000. And then if you buy the furniture, that's about $7,000 on average for a single family home. If you know what we know, get some good furniture for that rate. So your initial expense $12,000. Now you're charging like 2,500 times 2 is 5,000 plus utilities like 400 or whatever. So on average per property, you make about $2,000 per month conservatively. Make sense? So if your initial expense investment is only 12,000 and you're making 2,000 a month, how many months does it take for you to make your money back? Drop down in the chat. Your initial expense.
Lucy said 6.
6 months, exactly. Give him a hand. Yeah. So if 6 months you make your money back, within a year you double your money. What kind of return on investment is that?
2.
What percentage?
What do you say, guys? Lucy says 200%. Donnie says 200%.
Man, we got some smart people in the house tonight. All right. Yeah, that's right. Now, I'm not a tax attorney. I'm not a tax advisor. All of that. This is from my experience, right? My opinion, my personal experience. So here's a question though. How many here are getting more? What kind of return of what kind of ROI are you getting on your investment right now? Okay. Yeah, I see some people laugh, right? I see that big laugh on Donnie right there. You know, you know, how much percentage you get it from the bank? How much you get it from the stock? How much you get from the crypto, man? You know, we thought it's gonna do some moonshot 1,000%, right? And then it went a negative 1,000%. How did you experience that? I did. It's actually a negative 1,000%. Shit. Dogecoin. Okay. Anyway, we get off of that. Okay, this is not the crypto trend. It's going to the to hell more likely. But anyway, so this is consistent, predictable income. Okay, every single month, right? Every single month, consistent, predictable income. Why? Because cash flow is what? Cash flow is king, guys. Write it down. It's all about the cash flow. It doesn't matter what kind of asset you have. If you have a boatload of asset, but you have negative cash flow, what do you got? You got hell on earth. Now, if you don't even own any property, but you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year, what kind of life do you have? Or millions of dollars even. You have heaven on earth. It's all about the cash flow, right? So Now, here's the thing. What if I can switch that, get you 400% return on investment? Would you like to know how? Who here would like to make a 200%, 40% on their money?
Mhm.
All you gotta do is rent the furniture instead of buying it. If you rent the furniture, it's only like a few $100 a month. Boom. So your initial expense is what? 2,500 for the rent, 2,500 for the deposit, plus like, let's say 500 for the renting the furniture. I give you some extra. So let's say $1,000 for renting the furniture, whatever, right? That's only $6,000 of your per property. And you're making 2K a month right away. If you make 2K a month, how many months does it take for you to get your money back?
Lucy says 3.
Exactly. So within a year, what's the return on investment is that? 400%, right? Isn't that crazy? So that's how I was able to build so fast and get out of the rat race so fast, right? And now I help hundreds of people. I have students that range anywhere from, you know, like stay-at-home mom making 20, 30K within months, right? And like truck driver double that make 6-figure income within months. It's crazy, guys. Like, did you know how much did you think it's I was making as a pharmacist after 8 years of school? 8 years of school, sleeping in the basement of a frat house. It was freezing cold on this one tiny mattress and surviving off of ramen noodles, McDonald's dollar menu, and Walmart $5 chicken. 8 years of that. Stress out every single week. I don't know if I'm going to pass the test or not, right? It's not like a guarantee that I'm going to go and actually graduate, right? Or actually get a great job, which I did. So how much do you think I actually make after I did all of that, got an amazing job, got the white coat, got the MBA and all of that? How much do you think I make a month? Put down in the chat.
Trevor says 87. EK says 7. Lucy says 125 G's. Michelina
Yeah.
says 6,000. Alan 80,000. Oh, Craig 7,000. Boy, we have quite a disparity of guesses here.
Yeah. So before taxes, it was 120. If I work overtime, it was 150. But after taxes, it was more like 80. Okay, like 7K a month. Okay. So and the number that really matters is the after taxes, right? So about 7-8K. Ridiculous. I was even making 10K. Okay. This you can make money and you can keep a lot because it's a business. You can actually have a tons of write-off. Okay. If you qualify as a real estate professional, you got like the most write-off in the whole industry. And we have a professional company that will partners that will take care of that for you. That will can guide you through all of that. Okay. But anyway, so if you wanted to make 10K a month, that took me 8 years to do, you can do this within months. Well, how? All you need is 5 properties doing 2K a month. Now, if you do 2 sublet a month, that's only 2.5 months. You get there, right? And we have people who've done that within months. Make sense? Within just a few months, you make 10K a month, right? How many here that would change some things extra on top of what you got, right? And then if you want to make 20K a month, do another 2.5 months for another 5 properties. You make 20K a month. So imagine you're making 20K a month right now, guys. Almost passive income, working just a few hours a week. How will you feel? What would be different for you? Where would you go? Where would you take your family to? Will you feel more peace, more freedom? Drop down in the chat. What will you feel if you're making 10 to 20 to 30K a month from this?
I would definitely travel more. What would you guys do? Put it in the chat. What are you going to do with your increased supplemental income?
Yeah.
Anthony says, Miguelina says she would breathe. I'm with you on that. Homes for second chances, peace and freedom, travel more. Trevor would pay stuff off to help others. Lucy, I would just feel liberated. No, definitely. It's so important to have peace of mind. And EK says he would get more properties, help the ones you love, and be philanthropic, buy more assets, more time with the kids, says Precious. That's a good point. More time with the kids, more meals out with the kids. Do you
Yes.
know, Dr. C, there was a point where I would literally have to ask my husband if I could order a Diet Coke
Are you
at
serious?
dinner. That's how tight our budget was. Because I was a public defender making 32. I mean, I couldn't even order a Diet Coke. That's where I was. So to have the ability, like now when I just take my kids for a good meal, it's just such a good feeling just to be able to be good to your kids or be good to the people you love or the way that you're good to your parents. And when they call me and they tell me they got a speeding ticket, or they call me and they tell me something went wrong, 99% of the world's problems from my 53 years of experience on this planet can be solved with money. You can't buy health and you can't buy love, but you can solve a lot of problems with money.
Yeah.
Let's call
Yeah,
a spade a
absolutely.
spade.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, you can actually kind of buy health too. Because you know, my mom, I tell you, my mom, the reason why she's a thriver because I'm with her every single step of the journey. So imagine if I was just working all the time and never home and never go to the doctor with her and you know, do all the extra stuff, you know, where would she be, right? So and we don't know how much time we got anyway, nobody does. So I would challenge you to act now, right? Life is short. Just get the financial freedom first. You know, that's the most important thing is focus on getting that cash flow, guys, whatever it is for you, 10K, 20K a month. That's all you really need to get financial freedom, right? So just focus on that. Within a few months doing this, you get the 10 to 20K a month, 30K a month if you are extra spend or whatever. And then you can build up your asset. Then do all the multifamily, all the crazy big dreams that we have, right? So you know, I love multifamily. I'm doing multifamily now. However, when I was as a pharmacist trying to find financial freedom through multifamily, I was like, oh, it's going to take me about $3 million to invest to make 10K a month. Do I have 3 million? No. Right? How long would it take for me to save $3 million? Like never. Or like 40 years from now. Okay. So I was like, yeah, I don't want the 40 years plan. Give me the faster plan. You know, this is the fast plan. Oh, bling, boom, boom, boom. Within a year, I was able to make this. A month, you know. So within a year, I was able to replace my income after I figured it out, you know. And now I have students who within months do this because I have a system and everything in place, right? So and then now I can acquire asset for fun. Now it's like a game for me, right? I'm looking at a 220 unit deal, you know, because it's fun. I want to do bigger things and, you know, have more challenge, right? But I don't need the money. I take the money. I don't need it though, you know, right? So that's the point, guys. Most important thing, get financial freedom with this. Success is 80% mindset, 20% strategies. Tony Robbins, one of my mentors, love him, changed my life forever. Highly recommend him, YouTube him. Work on your mindset, guys. Most important thing, right? So what I learned is I learn from the right people and I refuse to give up. That's a formula to success right there. The most important decision you can make, Tony Robbins just told us this. The most important decision you can make is to be in a beautiful state, no matter what, each and every single day. Okay. If you're in a beautiful state, then everything you take action on is going to be awesome result, right? And if you're already happy, then you're going to attract more happiness and everything will flow. The second most important decision you can make is find a mentor and find a peer group, because mentor can save you decades. We call it compressing decades into days by just modeling successful people, right? And then the peer group, the mastermind, who you hang around with. You look at your 5 closest friends. I bet you your income is just a few thousand off around there within that. right? And the houses they live in, the car they drive, the people they hang out with, the happiness they have is very close to yours. So find a better peer group if you don't like what you have, right? So that doesn't mean you don't love them. It just means that you choose to spend your time more wisely. So anyway, refuse to give up. So anyway, so here's my heroes, my mentors here. So how many here would love to play chess with Sir Richard Branson and play poker with Grant Cardone? Okay. And actually go to their home, hang out with at Necker Island with Richard Branson, and they hang out on Grant Cardone yacht, right? So, and that's exactly that was my dream. That's what happened. And I can't believe it either. This was just very recently. This was this year, guys. All of this happened this year. Like, you know, I was playing Richard at his at his home. So anyway, who in here think that I won or he won? So if you think he won, drop an R in the chat. If you think I won, drop a C in the chat. I want to see some results, see if any smart people in the house.
Oh my God, they're all voting for you, Dr. Chow.
Are you serious?
Unanimous, except Anthony did not vote for you. Anthony.
Oh, he didn't vote for me. All right, kick him out right now. Okay.
All right, Anthony. We love you, Anthony. I like you playing the devil's advocate. All right,
Yeah.
What happened?
So the first game, I actually won. And, you know, he actually, Sir Richard is a really good chess player, you know. It was a really close match, too. So I won the first game. Anybody know why? Put down in the chat, you know why.
Oh, why? Why did he win? Come on, guys. I need some theories here. Make my life exciting. He let you win. Trevor says you castled like a pro. I like that answer, Trevor. Trevor, come on camera. That is too funny. Anthony says end game.
Yeah.
Any other guesses? So why did you win, Dr. C? Because you let him win.
Yeah, so
Precious
I
says
won.
the right mindset.
Yeah, all that could be true, right? I'm not saying anything is wrong, but for me, I won because I was determined to win because I want to play another game with him. Because I know that if I win, he want to play again with me, right? Because he's very competitive. If you know anything about all these three guys, very competitive, like a big kid, right? In a sense when they play games. So, and that's exactly what happened. That's how I got a second game. Okay. So who in here think that he won or I won? Drop in the chat on the second game.
All right, let's see. Come on, who won? What was the outcome? Who has some guesses here? Oh, I'm not seeing anything. Anthony raised his hand. Drop your comment in the chat. Trevor says Richard. Donnie says Richard. Oh, so far the cards are stacked against you. Only
Okay.
2 votes. Miguelina says you let him win the second. Anthony says stalemate. Holmes says Chow. Paula says Richard.
We got some smart people in the house tonight for sure. Yeah. So yeah, Richard won the second game. Right? Why? Anybody know why?
Why'd Richard win, guys? Michelina, you're doing pretty good here. I think you should keep guessing. Why did Dr. C win the second game? See, Trevor, I see him thinking strategically what the answer is. Ron Hepburn, I'd like to see you on camera. You're depriving us of your good looks. All right, you were a good sport, says O. Craig. Michelina says to save face. Anthony, because you were determined. EK, balance. Ron, LOL. He's laughing out loud. Paula, because Dr. C wanted to play again.
Oh,
Lots
that's
of
the correct
feedback.
answer. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. That is the correct answer.
Oh,
That's
Trevor said
good.
keep the relationship going. Ooh.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the main reason is I want to play another game with him. Well, listen, guys, if you ever get a chance to hang out with a multi-billionaire, you want to hang out with them as much as you can. Right? So that's how we play the third game. Now, here's probably the hardest question. Who won the third game? Put down in the chat. And why?
Michelina, I
Why?
need you to be 3 for 3 here, Michelina. Donnie, what do you think? You're the realtor in the group. You're supposed to know everything. Come on. What else? Donnie, I like that blue shirt. That's a good color on you.
Yeah, don't it look
Let's
great?
see. Homes for second chance. Okay, Ron says Dr. C, Anthony, Dr. C, Trevor, Dr. C. Donnie says Dr. C won the third. Oh, Craig said, by the way, is real money riding on these? And Michelina says no one because dinner was served. Michelina, interesting answer, girl. My
That
gosh.
is interesting.
So
Okay,
what
guys.
happened?
So the third game, he won, right? He won.
Hmm.
Why? Just because I want to be invited back.
Oh, yeah, you can't offend your host, right? Is that
Yeah,
now, were you raised like that? Did your mom teach you good manners like that? Or where did you
Yeah.
come up with that?
yeah, of course. My mom and dad are the best, teaching me great manners, of course.
Ah,
Yeah. However, my point is that it's not a game that you play right now, guys. You want to look at the game of life, right? You want to look at the next 10, 20 years. You got to know how to leverage relationships. Okay. Relationship. Why? Because who got everything you want, guys? Everybody else, all the strangers. You ever heard don't talk to strangers, don't talk to strangers?
oh
What's so
yeah,
funny because the strangers have everything we want.
yeah.
And yeah, we've been told, hey, don't talk to strangers.
That's for sure. I certainly didn't listen to that rule. You know what
Yeah.
will be fun? Put in the chat a rule your mother always told you. What did your mother drill into your head your whole life? I'd love to hear. What did your mother say? Put it
Yeah,
in the chat. My parents wouldn't even let me leave the driveway on my bicycle. They were so overprotective.
oh my gosh. And look at you now, man. She doesn't talk with anybody. Thank God doesn't know any strangers, man. Everybody's
I
her
know,
friend.
that's true.
Yeah.
I love
awesome.
people. It's crazy. Wait, nobody put any laws of life of their mother? Okay, she said, always do things with your heart. I like that, Precious.
I bet. That's good.
But when it came to money, my parents were very, very conservative. And I'm much more, I mean, do you look at this as a risky proposition, or do I look at this as a pretty stable approach, right? Because you get the property, you rent it out for 2x plus utilities, and
Oh yeah.
you're offering a guarantee on the first month rent. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's super well. This is one of the lowest risks out there because you're not buying the property, you're not rehabbing, you're not doing the flip, you're not making rents right. I have people who are doing flips that they can't even sell it, and all their eggs are in one basket, right? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Versus if you take that $100,000, you can do 10 arbitrage. And even if the one don't work out, you got 9 other one. You still have 90% of your income. You see what I'm saying? Versus put like hundreds of thousands of dollars into a project, either a flip, a business, anything like that. It's too much risk. You want to spread it out, right? So that's why this is so awesome, is mitigate all the risks. And what's the worst thing can happen? The worst thing can happen is you pretty much like break even, you know. I mean, if you get occupied like 50% of the time, you break even because you're charging double the market rent. That's the going rate, you see? So it's very easy just to get break even and then, find another property if it doesn't work out. And that's it.
And you're also giving coaching, you're giving guidance, you're
Yes,
also
yes.
helping find the corporate leads to
Exactly.
occupy,
I'm gonna
right?
go over all of that right now, right?
That's amazing.
Yeah,
And
but
Lucy said, yeah, diversification helps create stabilization. That's a very good point.
that's right. That's right. And then I play poker with Grant Cardone. And this is real quick, So who here think, okay, so first of all, I never play poker for money, right? And he's been doing this for a while. So who you think won? Put down in the chat. A G for Grant But
Oh, Uncle G. Okay. Oh, Craig says Uncle G. Trevor says Uncle G. Anthony says Chow because you're lucky. Michelina says Dr. Chow. Ron says Grant.
right.
I'm gonna go with you, Dr. C, on this one. What's the
Okay.
verdict?
I won. For whatever reason, I think it's beginner's luck. I mean, I thought I'm gonna get green pipe, definitely bad. but anyway, so I won. I won $12,000. Here's the biggest question, most important. What will you do if you win $12,000 from Uncle G?
I'd probably go right to Bloomingdale's and buy myself a new fancy dress. I mean, come on. That's probably what I would do. What would you do, Michelina? What would you buy? Ask him what he would do with it, says Trevor. Donnie says, nice. All right. Yeah, I have a weakness. Anthony says double or nothing. Nope. What do you guys think? What would Dr. C do? Oh, Michelina says your favorite charity. Precious says she'll find more houses.
Michelina, did you watch my show before? That's very true. Yes, I donate to his favorite charity, not mine, his foundation. Okay.
Nice.
Well, it does align with my value because he's helping kids. I love kids. I love transforming the education system. So definitely it's aligned with my values as well. So I'm like, I don't need it. Give it to the kids. Boom. Right. But here's the most important thing. That's how we build a relationship. And that's how I get to do videos with him. He knows me by name. He called me out every single event. And I just recently did a TV show with him. How's that? Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What was it like being at his TV show? What was that like?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal, man. We got cameras everywhere. I was all mic'd up and like we're looking at a $20 million deal in Texas here. And yeah, it was very surreal. Yeah, it was, I'm talking with Uncle G, talking about the deal. Like we were sitting next to each other, we started looking at the deal, walking around the deal, and just like, man, this is, yeah, I mean, it's definitely surreal, but it's cool. All right. So anyway, I persisted, I replaced my income, then I quit my job. I learned from the most highly effective people, the highly effective ways to find the right location, the right neighborhood. I figured out how to make it more profitable working smart, and then I scale. Okay. Generating millions of dollars, gave the excuses, trade up for working smarter, 10x my return on my investment of myself, right? The easy way to mimic success, guys, model, mimic, master, and multiply. First, you got to mimic somebody. Then you want to model them by really learn from them. Go to their seminar, take their course, get a mentorship, right? And then after you model them, then you can master it. Then you can multiply, right? Maybe teach your kids, teach your families, or just multiply out more and more properties, okay? So if all this did, and I end with this, right? If all this did, guys, is to give you the freedom lifestyle, would it be worth it to do this skill set, to do this business? Just imagine for you and your family, it's not about me or anybody, it's about you. If all this did, ask yourself, is to give you the freedom lifestyle where you can have absolute financial freedom, go wherever you want to go, travel wherever you want to travel, with whom you ever want to do it with, however you want to do it with, first class, everything, would it be worth it to do the skill set? Drop some answer in the chat. What are some answers out there, Blank?
Everybody's saying yes. Lucy, Trevor, Holmes, Michelina. I think I'm going to have to give Michelina the most engaged tonight with
Yes.
Anthony coming close second.
Awesome.
And Trevor's doing pretty awesome. You guys are amazing participation tonight. Oh, Craig says definitely.
Right. And then if all this did is to give you the skill set to earn multiple six-figure income within the next few months, guys. Now, I'm not talking about the next 8 years like I had to do, right? Would it be worth it to do this?
Absolutely. And Holmes for Second Chances said I'd have to warm up a little bit more. That's why you have the training and the coaching and the connection to learn how to do this approach, right? Because Dr. C's how many years did it take you to master the formula?
7 years.
So he's gonna give you 7 years and he's gonna hand it over to us on a silver platter. That's basically what's happening.
Right, exactly. So if all this did to give you the time to spend with your loved one, that's the most important thing, and really have time freedom and live your life on passion, on purpose, right? This is my mom and dad. We picture a day where we were watching the sunset, beautiful sunset overlooking the water, and I could see the joy, the happiness, the peace in their eyes, because they know that they got taken care of. They're living in their dream home. They go on their dream vacation, right? Anytime we want. And they said, son, I can't believe how successful you are. I can't believe what you accomplished and what you're giving back to us. I'm so grateful for everything you have done for us. You know, and it was a beautiful moment, right? And I had tears in my eyes, of course. So picture that day for you and your family. Who would you like to love on when you accomplish? What special thing would you like to do for your spouse, for your kids, for your mom, dad, grandma, right? Would be worth it to do this. For me, absolutely.
Holmes says, I'm looking to leave a 9 to 5 for financial freedom.
Yes. I would never
That's the
change.
name of the game.
That's right. Never change those moments for anything. Even millions of dollars doesn't mean nothing. Okay. So the easy way, the hard way, now it's up to you, right? The hard way is, do you want to like do the corporate job, the dead end job, you know, and make, you know, whatever, and then put into the 401k, right? Or stock. And did you know that you need $2.5 million at 4% dividends in order for you to make 10K a month? How long for you to take you to save $2.5 million? You don't have to answer me this, but be honest with yourself, right? For me, as a pharmacist, it was like at least 20, 30, 40 years. Okay. And I don't even know if I could do it. Or the easy way, you can just do this part-time, guys. I'm talking about a few hours a week. That's it. You just gotta do this a few hours a week, set it up and have cash flow, right? Makes multiple 6-figure income. And then you can make money as you go. You don't have to wait until you graduate college, right? To make money. You actually make money within your first month. Okay. Our philosophy, the best investment is in yourself. The more you can make, the more you can learn, the more you can earn. This from the greatest investor of all time. This is not from me. The greatest investor of all time said this. Mistake you will make when you leave here. 1, not knowing the market. 2, not knowing which is a good deal or bad deal, right? How many of you know that a bad deal can cost you a ton of time, energy, and money, right? And then a good deal, how many of you know that's not going to last? So if you're going to over here sucking your thumb, I don't know if it's a good deal or bad deal, somebody else is going to grab the good deal, right? You want to know right away whether it's a good deal or bad deal. We can help you with that, right? Or the other mistake is going at it alone, you know, think that you know it all. Not leveraging mentors and their lessons, lack of motivation, lack of accountability, right? All of this, lack of commitment, okay? You wander around around aimlessly for years, trying to cold call every single company and trying to source all the clients and go through all the scammers, all the crazy people, you know, and then find out the one that works, you know. If you want to do that, that's fine too, right? But these are the very common mistakes that I see. Now, what is our guarantee? It's called a no-brainer guarantee. If you follow our mastermind coaching, and if you don't get your first property book after 30 days of it going live on all our platform, I will pay you personally the first month rent. So what's your risk? There's no risk. It's like no-brainer, guys. You know, so you mean to tell me that I wish I had this when I first started out. I had to figure out all myself. I didn't have any mentor. You know, I had to close down a ton of Airbnbs. It's just a mess, right? I wish I had this when I have a mentor actually guide me, teach me. You know, you can have top coaches, have their phone number, call, text, Zoom anytime you need, right? And then you have hundreds of people in the mastermind that can help you as well, right? And bounce ideas up, look at your property. And then you're going to tell me you're going to put a guarantee on it that even if after all of that, and for whatever reason, the property doesn't get booking within the first 30 days, that you're gonna pay me the first month rent, I call you crazy. You're out of your mind. Okay. All right. But this is how much I believe in our service, and also how much I want to help you guys to, I know, because after you get that first one done, you're gonna be like, man, this is easy. Man, let's do some more, you know, and then the skies open up and rainbows, and you got, you know, the dreams come alive, right? So that's why I give this guarantee. Okay. So who want more help? All right. So now the next step, if you want to take the next step with us, there's 3 qualifications we're looking for. One is how persistent are you on a scale 1 to 10? We need at least an 8 or a 9. Okay. Secondly, in order to work with us, you got to be coachable. On a scale 1 to 10, how coachable are you? If you're at least an 8 or a 9, we can work with you. If anything less than that, sorry, we can't help you. Even if you're a doctor or lawyer, whatever, I can't help somebody who's not coachable, right? No matter how smart they are. Third, are you a giver, not just a taker? Right? On a scale 1 to 10, how much do you willing to give and contribute to the mastermind? Right? If you're always about tech, complaining, bitching in the morning, please don't join us. Okay. We don't need any more of that. We're good. Okay. I don't need your money. We're good. I'm here to help people, you know, over deliver what we can. So anyway, but if you're a giver, love to have you. We're going to go above and beyond whatever you need, right? So drop a link in the chat who and he want more help to book a call with our top advisor. And then we will give you a personal strategy session as well with our top advisor to really cater to what you need, and to see if you're a good fit for us and we're a good fit for you, right? Sounds good? So now we can open up to questions. And Nino, I'm sure you can drop the link in the chat. If you are watching online, you can go to the link in my bio, you know, whether it's on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, link in my bio, you know, or Nino, drop the link in the comments in the chat and pin it as well, so people know where to go. All right.
We got a lot of positive response. A lot of positive. Michelina wants to call. Trevor set it up. Oh, Craig, let's book. So Nino was just kind enough to drop the link to schedule a call with one of Dr. C's advisors to apply for mentorship. So just click that link, and absolutely, Lucy, we're looking forward to working with you. Click that link and schedule the meeting with your advisor, and you'll be able to determine if you're a good fit for the program, and vice versa. And Homes for Second Chances is going to book a call. Everybody seems very positive, very excited, and it really is a great opportunity.
Love it. All right, let's open up to questions.
Oh yeah, let's ask any more questions. Drop some questions in the chat if there's anything you want to ask. Drop it in the chat, and I will present your question to Dr. C. LGE, you have your hand raised. If you can just drop your question in the chat, I'll deliver the question to Dr. C. I'm not seeing any questions right now. Looks like Trevor's going to book, and everybody seems pretty excited. I see a very Fred's excited. Fred's got a good hat on too. Is that a doctor? He's got the Dr. C hat and the Dr. C bracelet on. He's fully accessorized. Okay, Anthony asks, is there a risk of saturation of the market, Dr. C?
Risk of saturation. Oh yeah, great question. So the saturation is coming from the vacation rental, not the corporate housing. Like literally, I'm the only person I know of that actually teach this and actually know what the hell I'm talking about. You know, versus everybody else doing vacation rental, right? So vacation rental is absolutely saturated, guys. Okay, everybody else and their grandma is doing it. So whereas corporate housing is very small niche, like nobody, I guarantee you, nobody really heard about this unless they run by us, right? And then they not just they hear about it, but they don't even know what to do with it, you know, unless they join our program. So the number is very small. So you want a blue ocean within the red ocean. The red ocean is where all the sharks swim. It's great, right? You know, all that's Airbnb, right? Vacation rental. Now you want, instead of creating a new blue ocean where there's no demand. You want to create a blue ocean within that red ocean. So the blue ocean is corporate housing within the red ocean. You know, it's the niche within the bigger market of demand. Okay.
Okay. Oh, Craig has a question. Where's the best place to find rental furniture?
Yes. So within our group, we will hook you up with the right rental furniture. That is the best one. And then you can go from there and schedule a call with them. Oh, and by the way, Nino, Blanca, you can monitor the Facebook group as well. There might be some questions in the Facebook group as well. So
Okay. Lucy asked, what is the vacancy rate for corporate housing?
Lucy, vacancy rate. Okay, so vacancy rate is for corporate housing about 20%. For vacation rental, it's about 50%. Vacation rental is about half the time you get booking, right? So corporate housing, you get occupy about 70-80%, sometimes 90%, depending on the season. So it's averaged out about 80% occupied, which is phenomenal, right? Because you're charging them double the market rent.
Okay. LGE asks, can the system be used anywhere?
Yes, the system can be used very much anywhere, not like vacation rental where it has to be a vacation town, like a beach or something like that. This can work anywhere in the cities area. Any major cities are good, or medium-sized cities, right? Of course, if it would not work well if you're in a small town, right? However, just find the closest big city, and that's where you should focus on, right?
All right.
With the mastermind, you can actually partner up with other people in other cities as well, right? And that's why we created it like that, because everybody else can commingle and partner up and do business together. So
That's nice. In your experience, Ryan asks, does corporate housing have slightly less returns than vacation rentals?
not at all, not at all. We actually have Fred here, and they actually had over 120 vacation rental before, and then COVID happened. So hey, Fred, can you share about a little bit about that? I don't know if you're able to share here, but if you can, I'd love to jump on and just tell quickly how many you had before, and then what happened, how many you have now with corporate housing. Yeah, Fred and his wife, lovely wife named Jackie. But it looked like they might be busy doing something. But anyway, so they had 120 vacation rental, and then COVID happened, and then 95% loss. They had shut down the entire business. Imagine that. Okay, a lot of vacation rental had to shut down the entire business during COVID. Nobody could go on vacation. However, my corporate housing only lost like 20%. Okay, because I have longer term tenants and they had to stay where they are anyway, right? They can't travel. So I actually did okay. Plus I opened up to medical travel professionals. So that's another niche with corporate housing that boom with the COVID. So, and then now Fred at 35 corporate housing, and he's actually making as much as he did with his 110, 20 properties with vacation rental. Right.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
incredible. Trevor has a great question. Do you suggest that most people start in their hometown or just where the market is good?
Yeah, I would suggest to start in your closest local city, at least medium-sized cities, like 200,000-300,000 or more. And then go from there, because your first couple properties you should do that with, right? And then from there you can venture out and do other cities if you want.
Oh, Craig had a great question. What's the income been like with this model for the last 6 months?
Yeah, I mean it's on average about $2,000 per property. Yeah.
Lucy said, do you see corporate housing as a sustainable long-term business model, something that can be passed to our children? in the future?
Yes, this actually been around for a long, long time, guys. Just most people don't know about it, right? So here's the thing, like, just like if you are the owner of a company and you have, let's say, 5 employees, is it cheaper for you to rent 1 home or 5 hotels? 1 home, right? So this has been happening for hundreds of years. Whenever a company goes to travel, I would rather spend and rent a corporate housing for 1 or 2 homes instead of 10 hotels, right? A lot of cost saving for the companies. And the second thing is insurance housing, where families go through a disaster, right? How many here ever had any families or know people that go through a hurricane, right? Hurricane is going on right now, flood, earthquake, whatever, right? Where are these families staying? You think they're gonna want to stay at a hotel for months with their dogs, with their kids, with no space and with no kitchen for the wife to cook? They had to eat out all the time and spend thousands of dollars per month extra on top of that. Do you really think they really enjoy that? No washer and dryer, right? No, right? They want a home. So insurance is paying for that, and they've been doing this for like a long, long time, right? I mean, hundreds of years probably that we just don't know about, right? So yes, it's absolutely a long-term business. Now you asked me if vacation rental a long-term business with Airbnb. I don't know if I can tell you, because the regulation changed every single week with vacation rental, right? And every single week you gotta, at your local area, it can just outlaw like that. However, with corporate housing, the minimum stay is about 30 days or longer. So we escape a lot of those regulations, right? We escape a lot of those BS hotel lobbying. So that's why it's a blue ocean within the red ocean. I love it.
And Trevor has 2 great questions. The first is, what is the toughest thing to overcome as a beginner?
Yeah, the toughest thing to overcome is just your own fear and doubt. Okay. If you can really overcome that and really believe in yourself, and that's why we have the whole, scripts, the training, the coaches to give you, instill you the confidence. Confidence is everything in business, right? And when you have that confidence, then you speak in a way where, and you have the backup of all of us, then it's easy for you to get the properties. It's easy for you to know what to do next, to how to make your property stand out. And then we give you the sources of all our corporate clients that it took us years to figure out. We just hand it over to you, so you can just plug and play and get corporate clients. Then it's easy.
I love it. Well, I mean, that's amazing. The level of coaching that you offer is really incredible. Now, would you promote the business as a property management company, or how would they promote their brand?
So you can do it as a property management company, or you can just promote it. We do corporate housing. So, if they want more details, stuff like that, if they go into, is it a property management company? You can say yes. Yeah, that's fine. So, and then, oh, by the way, if you are a realtor, this will help you so much. I was a realtor before. This is how you can get a lot more investor clients, right? And then you can manage properties for them and charge them 20 to 30%. So you can actually like manage properties for the people. And in this industry, you're charging 20 to 30%, which is a lot, right? Versus the traditional long-term rental, you're only charging 8 to 10% off of the long-term rental amount, which is only half of what we charge, for corporate clients. So you, in a way, you are making like 4 times more managing this business versus traditional rental. 4 times, you got 4x.
Anthony asks, what's the best way to find the initial funding?
Yeah, so the initial funding definitely, it's only just a few $1,000. So you should get it yourself, or you can find it from friends and family, or you have good credit. We have funding source for that too, but you gotta have some good credit and some good income, So then we can hook you up with our funding source to go from there, right? And then the other way is once you're part of our family, you can actually reach out to other people and maybe partnering up and you do all the work, they put out the fund, split it 50-50 or whatever. And that's how you can build that business that way too.
It's a cool idea. I love the idea of a creative collaboration. Ryan asked, what does the access to the corporate clients look like? How much outreach do we need to do before getting our first B&B?
Yeah, so if you're a part of Mastermind, we give you all our sources, so you don't have to really do a lot of cold outreach or anything like that. So that'll be easy. Now, if you want to do it on your own without our help, then yeah, it's gonna take a lot for you to outreach to all the corporate clients to get a decent amount of clients. So.
Okay. And Julio says, what are some other amenities besides furniture you would suggest to provide?
Yeah, of course, like great Wi-Fi is the most important thing. And then, Netflix or Roku or Amazon Prime, all those are essentials. And then we can guide you through on a lot of other stuff as well. But yeah.
And last but not least, Alan asked, should we be concerned with the economy and a possible recession?
So here's something that very important for you guys to get, right? What's follow after spring as a season? Or a better question, what's follow after winter?
Spring.
Yeah. How many times does that happen throughout history?
Every year.
Exactly. So who really controls your economy?
The universe? Trevor says God.
Yeah. Yeah, but your own economy, your own personal economy, right? So my point is, you are in control of your own economy, and yes, with God's help, of course, give him the glory. However, you are the co-pilot, okay? So in any economy, the most important economy is your own economy, right? And actually, the recession is where the most wealth actually created, because during chaos, during recession, that's where the most opportunities are, okay? But you got to have that mindset first. First, I'm the one that control my own economy. I'm the one that 100% responsible for where I am at, where I am, where I'm going to go. Because without that 100% responsibility, I'm going to blame somebody. I used to blame everybody else. I blame my mom for, going through this. I blame my dad. I blame my background. I blame the government. I blame my teacher. I blame my sister. I blame my dog, my cat. I blame everybody else except who? Myself. Okay. The major key to your future is what? Is who? Is it your teacher? Is it your mom? Is it your dad? Is it your kid? Is it your friend? Who's the major key to your future? Is you. Okay. So the moment you can really take 100% responsibility for where you are at, where I am, where all of that, then what's that mean? That means that I have the personal power to change that. You see what I'm saying? So I can actually change it. And what do I need? Very simple. A mentor, a mastermind to belong to, a group of people, my peer group. I'm going to model my mentor. I'm going to be coachable. And I'm going to take massive action. It's the 3 M's: mentor, mastermind, massive action. Until it works. How many times do you tell your kids, let's say your kids failed out 100 times. Are you going to tell your kids, hey, don't try to walk anymore? My baby, my toddler, give up on walking, right? How many times do you tell them to get up and walk again? Yeah, as an adult, we fail like 10 times and we're scared. We don't want to open another business. Well, come on, right? So It's all about mindset. That's so important. And control your thoughts. Your thoughts can leave you your words. Your words can give you your action. Your action can give you a habit. Your habit can give you a destiny. So it's guard your mind with your thoughts. So important. That's why I went a little bit deep in here, because it's all in the roots, right? So the only thing you can control is your thoughts and your attitude and your action. That's it. You cannot control anything else. If you can control your thoughts, your attitude, and your action, no matter what the economy is a great economy for you. No matter what the economy is, an amazing economy for me and my family, because I control my thoughts, I control my actions, I control my words, and I control who I learn from, who I listen to, right? I have a choice in that. And I control who I hang around with, who I spend my time with. And that's it. If I can control all of that within me, it's a great economy no matter what. So with that, guys, I leave you with that food for thought. Book a call with our team, drop the link again, and then go from there. I hope to look forward to work with y'all and change your life. But if not, then have a wonderful, blessed evening. Okay.
Thank you, everyone, so much for being a part of
Thank you.
tonight. And continue to follow Dr. Chow on Instagram at DRCHAUBNB. Be sure to book a meeting if you would like to be a part of the program, and stay in touch and reach out to us anytime. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Let's
everyone.
unmute and say freedom. Yell freedom. Unmute.
All right.
Freedom.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Unmute everybody right now, guys.
Freedom.
Freedom.
Financial
Freedom.
freedom.
Freedom. Yes. Let's
Thank
go. 10x, baby. 10x.
10x.
That's right. All right. To
Thank
your
you so
freedom. Cheers,
much.
guys. Cheers. Good night.
Cheers.